If you're in the mood for a film that induces fluctuating waves of intensity and an unrelenting pace from start to finish, Goodtime is the film for you. There's an incorporation of real-world elements into the fiction of the film. The action is staged in the middle of a pedestrian existence and doesn't necessarily have complete control over all the variables in place. It leaves the possibilities open to chance and makes for a thrilling experience. The story revolves around two brothers who are linked to each other's lives after a botched robbery leaves Nick in jail and his brother Connie eager to bail him out. Nick lacks certain social cues from his hearing disability, but Connie refuses to see him lesser than. He has deep love for his brother and treats him with high regard. There's virtually no sense of pity on Connie's behalf. Connie is adept at manipulating and twisting reality at a moment's notice. You want to write him off as a desperate fool, but he continues to surprise the viewer with his savvy instincts. The heat lurks his character at every waking moment. To think on the fly in such a malevolent way isn't always rewarded. Getting away with a bank heist but having the money explode, sneaking your brother out of the hospital but only to realize it's a bickering buffoon played by the late great Buddy Duress. Connie is guided by some divine purpose but sees the people around him as forms of utility. It's only his brother that he doesn't have any ulterior motives with. Very rarely do you feel at ease in one location, as the movie feels, for the most part, like an extended chase. The passage of time is immediate and never prolonged. To keep conflict at a maximum, the film will repeatedly present situations that converge onto each other, such as the scene at the bail bonds office where the credit card used for Nick's bail suddenly declines, while Connie is on the phone and discovers that Nick has been shipped off to a hospital. Tight dolly shots and long zooms make up the visual language of this film. The choreography of the actors dictated the movement of the camera, as shown by how free the actors were to navigate their space. It felt like a nod to the blocking you would see in a Cassavetes film. Sean Price Williams, the cinematographer, wasn't overly concerned with making a hyper-gorgeous frame, but instead creating a feeling of frenetic energy with lighting motivated by a seedy environment. Various washes of magenta coming from neon lights, or a flickering blue cast coming from a bulky TV. The lighting is most affected towards the end of the film, where we see Connie in the back of a cop car and a slow zoom into his disturbed face is accentuated by a warm amber light. Robert Pattinson is able to play someone with a rotten morality but has a calculated ambition. As an actor, his range covers from Edward the Vampire to Connie from Queens, with incredible nuances for each character. Crystal's undivided compliance with Connie was a little suspicious and didn't feel entirely motivated. With her, I felt Connie wasn't convincing enough as he was with other innocent bystanders that got in his way. Being that the film deals with brothers, I can't help but speculate if Connie is an extension of Josh Safdie's feelings towards his brother Benny, as well as the medium of film as a whole. From interviews, it seems like their tight bond is fueled by their cinephile tendencies. And when you're making a film, especially on a small scale, you have to be a bit of a con artist to convince others to help with your project.